So we're going to talk about creating groups. How many people in here have a group or groups in, you do, okay. Good, great. So a little bit about my background with social media. I said earlier today that I started about 2 years ago with real estate, and I've had some great success with it. I'm not a guru, I'm not an expert. I'm what I call a social media practitioner, which is somebody that keeps learning. And I've learned enough now to where I want to share that with business owners and other people in real estate. But I have connected with somebody that I consider is an expert, who is a guru. His name is Lewis Howes. And most of the things that I've learned about LinkedIn, and he's a LinkedIn specialist, has come from Lewis and his program called Linked Influence. So I've embedded a few videos from his training modules that we're going to see. We're going to look at one right now just so you get a sense of how he trains and the level of detail and just how easy it is to follow and get a grasp of this using his training videos. It's not going to be quite that easy to see from in the back of the room.
This section's all about
because I've expanded it
and growing a groundswell in your groups. So how to build your groups.
Can you hear back there?
So let's talk about creating groups first. When you go to the groups section right here, you'll want to click on Create a Group. And this is very simple to do. I'm actually maxed out on the number of groups that I can create. You can only create 10. However, before they created that limitation, I had created 12 already. So I've got 12, but you can only create 10. Basically what you want to do is add a logo. So if you can find a small image that you have or one of your logos or something that's compelling, you'll just want to browse right here, find the image, and add it right to your profile right here. So again, it says max size is only 100 KB. It can be a JPEG or a GIF file or PNG. So add that because it'll definitely allow you to grow more and more people want to join a group if it has a logo. It's not as clean looking if it doesn't have a logo. So after that, you just need to click on the I acknowledge that the logo and image is mine and it's not infringing upon any third-party copyrights, et cetera, et cetera. Then you want to create the group name. Now this is important because this is searchable on Google. So if you typed in Sports Industry Network, that would pop up. One of the first things that should pop up on Google is my group. So I'm getting more people who are just typing in different keywords on Google, finding the group, and then they have to join it because it's got certain keywords. So if you are, let's just create a basic group right here. That if you were in real estate, and you're a real estate agent, or a real estate investor, or real estate, whatever it may be, let's create a localized group. You want to start local or regional, unless you already have a big enough network that you think you can grow it, because there's so many groups out there right now, so you want to start with a local group, basically. So I do like real estate Columbus, or and then I'd leave it at that. So if people if you're doing a real estate agent, you've got a lot of different listings and things like that, you can create information around a certain city. Or real estate Ohio network, right? So you'll be connecting with all the real estate agents, the investors, people that are interested in buying properties, things like that. But basically you want to create a certain, you want to have a clean title. You don't want to make this your company name per se, unless you're like a sports team, like a big brand that's like the Cleveland Browns or the Chicago Bulls. You don't want to create your company name like, unless you have a huge company like Dell or something like that. You basically want to create a title around the resource and the network that you provide. So the information that you provide in your company. So if you're in real estate, you create a real estate network. If you are in marketing, you can create like the online marketing network or Columbus marketing network or local or something else. So basically you want to tailor it to your audience, but also to the information that you provide in your training and your marketing and your services and your products, things like that. After you're doing that, let's just call it the Real Estate Ohio Network, for example. Creating it, you can either create a professional group. I usually create all my groups as networking groups, just because this really doesn't matter, to be honest. And then in here, you want to have the keywords of real estate. This is a group of real estate professionals, including realtors, investors, etc. I'm spelling it wrong, but you get the idea. So you want to create that there, then you can copy and paste it there for the full description and add more information right here. And you can go in more detail right there, but you got to fill all these out because it's got the stars next to it right there. So basically fill out the description, add the keywords real estate Ohio, real estate Columbus, these different keywords in there that people will be looking for. By doing that, you're going to allow it to be searchable on Google. Also, more people will be able to find it when they're researching groups on LinkedIn. Then you want to put your main website right here. By putting that in there, that'll allow you to get more traffic back to your site. Put your email in right there, whatever your email is, where you want people to send it to. Access. This is something that's important. I like to, if you want to give yourself more work, then click on the request to join. If you want to automate things, which I'm sure a lot of you want to automate, click on auto join. This means that anyone wants to join the group, they can automatically join it. I think you should do this as opposed to waiting to accept people. That way you can remove people later if you want to, but this saves a lot of time and energy. Leave all of these clicked to display the logo in the groups directory. Yes, you want to do that so you can get more people joining. Allow members to display their logo on their profile. Yes, you want them to spread the word for you, so click on that as well. And allow members to invite others to the group. Yes, you want to grow this as fast as you can initially, and so leave all these clicked. Don't click on request to join again, whatever your language is. Most of it's going to be English for people. Location, even if you're in a local market like Columbus or Ohio or Dallas, whatever, you don't want to leave this clicked. There's no reason to, because you want more people to join no matter what. Then click on check to confirm you've read and accepted the terms of service. Click on yes. Then create an open group. So you can create a members only group or an open group. I say create an open group because that means people still need to join to be members, but free people that aren't on LinkedIn can still add, or people that aren't members of the group can still add discussion to the group. And all of the content, so all the different threaded discussions can be found now on Google. So this is pretty cool. Create an open group allows you to be searched through Google basically. So anything you're typing about, and most of it's specific to your industry or your niche. So a lot of the conversations are going to be geared around that. By doing this, you're just attracting more keywords, more authority and credibility to your single group. So when you do that, more people are going to find your website and they will click on your website back to your site. More people are going to connect with you on LinkedIn personally. And after you do that, all you need to do is click on Create Open Group, and your group will be created. You'll have it in your directory right here when you click on Groups, and then you click on My Groups. You'll see the group that you just created will show up right here. You'll have your little image. You'll have your group title, and then you'll have the ownership where you can manage all those groups. So what I want to talk about next, and again, now this is an open group, so all these different titles, things like that, anytime someone searches for this information, they could find it on Google. So it's pretty cool what you can do there. But that's what you do with creating a group. It's very easy to create the group. Once you do that, you can create subgroups, which are cool as well. Very simple to do. So what you want to do here is you click on subgroups. It's almost the exact same process to what you can do right there. So use all the subgroups I've created throughout my main group, which allows me to target members in different local markets. So I've created a larger group and then some local market groups, so I can send messages to these members once a week, which is pretty cool. So you can create subgroups, you can manage, you can do all sorts of different things, which we're going to talk about in the next part, which is automation in your groups, messaging your groups, and really getting the most out of your groups. So this section was creating a group and growing it groundswell in your group.